This is the GoPro Max, which I just received a couple of days ago. I'm hoping that this 360 camera can replace my current Insta360 One X. This has been a wildly popular 360 camera due to a balance between quality as well as ease of use and the app-based editing that is available for the Insta360 One X. So I used to have the GoPro Fusion, but it is simply just too cumbersome, the workflow, and it was just really difficult to include it as part of my filmmaking that I do. I am literally just an everyday dad. I don't make like very high quality films. I make travel videos and I like 360 cameras to capture, my family outings as well as on my travels for memories. And the Insta360 One X is just so easy to use and has a good balance in terms of the quality. But there are a few shortcomings with the Insta360 One X, and I hope that the GoPro Max can fill that shortcomings that the Insta360 One X has. So in this video, I will be comparing the video quality between the Insta360 One X and the GoPro Max, and I will be taking videos of the daytime, indoors, as well as during the night. I will also be comparing the picture quality, the photo quality that comes out from the GoPro Max as well as the Insta360 One X at their highest resolution and without any post-editing. The other thing that I want to look at is also the stabilization on both these cameras, especially from the point of a vlogger. So I do quite a bit of vlogging on my YouTube channel, so I want to make sure that the stabilization is actually good enough for vlogging. In addition, I want to make sure that the audio quality is actually good for vlogging. One of the claims by GoPro is that GoPro Max now has 6 microphones and you can actually get a lot better quality on the GoPro Max. So one of the shortcomings of the Insta360 One that I didn't like was that the audio quality was just so bad and not very usable that I literally have to always use an external voice recorder if I am vlogging with it. The other thing about the Insta360 One X that I don't like is that it is absolutely not waterproof at all. So when we go out swimming in the pool, it just doesn't work unless we have a venture case. However, the GoPro Max is waterproof, water resistance right out of the box, and there is no need for any additional cases. And that is something that I like about it. In addition, there is actually a front-facing LCD screen which I can use to frame myself as well as change the settings within the camera. So the Insta360 One X has an LCD screen which is absolutely unreadable in bright sunlight. To start things off, I will be doing a very quick unboxing and letting you see what are the contents inside this box. I will also be updating the firmware to the very latest firmware to ensure that we get the best possible quality from the GoPro Max. So in the typical GoPro style, we have this little pull tab. Let's look at what's inside. We have the usual GoPro mount here, and there is this mount which doesn't need a case anymore, unlike the old GoPros that we have. Some stickers. This is a quick user guide. There's a very nice pouch that GoPro has included, and inside this pouch there are protective caps. There are 2 protective lenses that will help to prevent water damage and water ingress, as well as protecting the lens from scratches so that you don't have to change the entire lens. So one of the things I don't like about the Insta360 One X is that once the lens gets scratched, you have to send it in and they will take a long time to actually get it replaced. And we also have the lens cover here, rubber lens cover. This is a much smaller battery than the GoPro Fusion, and I think the battery life will be shorter. And we have the usual curved mount. This is the audio direct from the GoPro Max with no additional processing. And this is using the directional microphone. So there are 6 microphones and there is one on the back and one on the front. So I've chosen to match the lens, so it will use the microphone that matches to whichever lens that you are pointing at. So it will capture audio from me rather than from behind me, and this should work much better when vlogging and catching a lot less ambient noise, no post editing, and on the latest firmware 1.2. This is the audio quality direct from the Insta360 One X without any post-editing and held at arm's length as though you are vlogging. And basically this is on the latest firmware. How is the sound quality? So I'm right here near a park and there are birds around. There's also crickets chirping in the background. How is the audio quality? And this is the 360 camera, capturing the same route. It should be capturing both sides and you will be reframed later within the app itself. As I'm walking, how is the micro jitters? How is the color? This is about 4 p.m. in the late afternoon and the sun has pretty much almost setting. And how is the audio quality? How is the stabilization? How is the stitching, if you can see any? How is the dynamic range? The video quality, it's a little bit lesser than the Insta360 One X. One X is 5.7K I believe, and this is 5.6K. So I'm not a tech person. This is vlogging and walking using the hero mode. It is in 1440 at this mode, the resolution. I'm just walking down a slope, walking up a slope. How's the stabilization? This will be a very typical vlogging scenario. Are there any micro jitters from my very heavy footstep from trying to climb up the slope? How is the color? There's no further color grading being done. This is the GoPro color. This is the Insta360 One X. Daytime, walking normally. How is the stabilization? How is the color coming from the Insta360 One X using the normal color profile? And there's no color grading, no post is being done. I'm just walking normally. How's the video quality? And how's the stabilization? I'm walking up a slope right now. Now we're gonna do a running stabilization test, running up a slope. How stable is the running up the slope? How's the colors? Any jitter? How's the shutter speed? Has been set to auto. This is the same running but in 360 mode. There should be more space for the stabilization. Now we're gonna do a running stabilization test, running up a slope. How stable is the running up the slope? This is a low light test on the GoPro Max in a pretty noisy environment using the hero mode, which captures video only from one lens. You can see I'm under the bridge. Everything is set to auto. ISO is set to auto. Shutter speed is all set to auto. I'm going under the bridge, which is really dark. It's been raining the entire day, and you can see that there are some people behind me doing the exercise. Let's see how well this image quality holds up and whether the microphone can pick up my voice behind all the din. This is the 360 mode. I am walking down some gravel paths and I'm just stepping off. How is the stabilization? I'm just walking pretty fast, quite roughly, not doing ninja walk at all. Is the stabilization working well on the 360 mode, and is the audio any better or worse? Does it pick up my voice? Is the train going past above me? Does it pick that up as well? Here you can see how noisy or how not noisy is the image quality. I haven't watched it yet, so only you guys have watched it. This is a low light test from the Insta360 1X. This is about as low light as you can get. All I get is one street lamp here, and I'm under a bridge which is not lit up at all. How does it look? Does the image suffer from the lack of light? Everything is set on auto. I have set the shutter speed to the fastest version on here, which the Insta360 1X has, and we will compare it with the GoPro Max in a while. And I'm walking up and down the gravel and I'm jumping. How is the stabilization? And I'm outdoors now. There's quite a bit of wind because it's raining everywhere.